Hello everyone. It's Chalkin History with Shelly Kallach. How are you guys tonight? It's Monday. We are back to the start of a new week, or a new work week, I guess. Sunday technically starts the week. How are you guys doing? Let's get things set up, make sure we're live. Hopefully we are reaching everybody today. All right, it looks like we are good to go on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram today. Yay! And Facebook. Hello. Say hi. If you see that red live box at the top left corner of your screen, that means you are live with me. Say hello, chat with me, tell me what you're doing. Are you watching football? Let me know what you're doing. Say hey. Okay. Let's see if we're live here. We're going to do a little bit of sprinkling, and then we will get going. Is it Jack or Jackie on Insta? Say hello. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling and sharing. I totally appreciate you. You know that. Thank you. Let's get this all sprinkled out, shall we? Sprinkle. It's Monday. You guys, I am exhausted. Yesterday was so busy. Actually, this weekend was. Saturday I was busy. I did a show and oh, thank you. The wedding was amazing. We just had a good old time. I'm doing good, other than being exhausted. Like I said, yesterday we got up at like 6:30, 6:45 and just went all day long. The kids had friends come over, and we normally do a yearly clam bake. So the kids and my husband decided, let's do a clam bake. Okay. So all day Saturday when I was gone doing my show, they were out shopping and getting everything prepped. And then all day Sunday morning, we were getting everything going in the smoker and the oven. All the things. Friends came over. Whew. We didn't go to bed till, 11:30 maybe. It was a long day. But it was fun. Always fun. All right, let's get that sprinkled out. All right, guys, we're gonna just hop right into it. Say hello as you're hopping on. Thank you to everyone who's hopping on. Okay, today, so we have a new surface called the Chubby Block Set. The Block Chubbies, maybe it's called. And it goes with those, do you remember those Christmas or holiday stamps? It was the 12 by 18 transfer that we had, I think. I may have it close, I may not. Let's see. I think this might be it. Nope, that's not it. It's somewhere over here. Anyway, I used one of the blocks. So I thought, what else can I use with these blocks? And I'll use them again, I'm sure. And I ordered more, trust me. But I thought, let's make some really cute little blocks that we could possibly put on a tiered tray, or if you just need to snuggle something in somewhere just to brighten a little space up, these are perfect, okay? So we have 4 of the 5 blocks, and I think we're gonna do just a couple today, so we're gonna keep it short and sweet. And I think I'm gonna do the black cat and our pumpkin. So what this is a silkscreen transfer. In case you're new to Chalkin history, welcome. We sell these transfers. Some people will call them stencils. I really don't think they're when I think of a stencil, I think of a plastic stencil that you would put down, and you gotta hold it down, you gotta pounce the paint, right? That's what I think of as a stencil, or something you would trace. So this to me is a silkscreen transfer, okay? Like the good old days of when people used to build the wood forms, right? And then they would put the silkscreen in there, and then they would just do layers, right? You would put ink across the top and you'd squeegee it through, you'd lift that, change that out, put the next color on, push it down. This is so much easier, you guys, so much easier. Faster, easier. Hi, Pam, how are you? Hi, Christy. All right, we're doing a little something spooky today. We're using a transfer that's called Happy Haunting. There's all kinds of pieces, parts to it. This little saying says, Happy Halloween. When witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, tis near Halloween. And I used the witch's hat on one of my, back when we did the spooky jars, the apothecary jars. That was a fun project. So many uses for these. You can do it on any surface whatsoever. All right, so we're gonna just put this aside. We're not gonna use those. We're gonna use our cat and our pumpkin, and I have 2 small blocks that come in the set of chubbies. Yes, they're called chubbies because they're not just about 3/4 of an inch. So they're good size. They stand on their own. You don't have to worry about propping them up or anything like that. Okay, we're gonna put those aside for another project. These are wood. They are an MDF material. So they have some weight to them. They're not light and airy. And there's a really nice wood grain on here, and they are finished in a whitewash finish. Okay, you can sand these down to get it to an MDF look, and it would probably be the color of twine, maybe even a little bit darker. I have on occasion sanded all the edges to give it that distressed look, or like a farmhouse look. I think we're gonna paint ours today, or at least the front side, because you know what? It's reversible, so I can do something Christmas or Easter or whatever I want on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Hello, Sandy Nelson, how are you? Hello from Texas. You guys must know each other. All right, so for the pumpkin one, I think I'm gonna paint it with a background. And for the cats, we're gonna go with an orange background. So we're gonna keep within a few colors here. I have my favorite, vanilla. This is orange peel. Espresso, so a vanilla and espresso are one of our 2 in vogue colors. And then our trusty old black velvet. All right, so I think for the pumpkin, I'm gonna paint it black. For the cat, we're gonna paint it orange. Okay, I think once you get that decided, that's a good step. Okay, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna get some foam brushes, and I chose the round ones. I've lately been liking the round ones. You can create a lot of texture if you kind of pounce it really gently. So I think that's what we're gonna do. let's get that open. I'm also going to give my blocks just a little spritz of water. And I'm just going to kind of rub that in a little bit. If there's too much water, you can go ahead and take some of that off with a paper towel or your hands. Just kind of move it off. It just helps the paste move a little bit better on our wood. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dab this in the black velvet. Now, because you're not really using a true paint, because this is a paste, it's a different consistency, sometimes it doesn't come out truly that color. So what I'm saying is sometimes it lightens up, which I'm okay with because it'll be kind of like a charcoal instead of a pure black, which is fine. Okay, careful going around the edges. When you're painting something like this, a piece of wood or something, you don't want to start off of your project and go on because you'll get it on your edges. So you just kind of want to just kind of glide off. Nice long strokes if you can get that to work. All right. And then you can kind of see some lines in there. That's a little bit of the wood grain, and then that is the foam brush, okay? If you want to put a little texture in there, you can just kind of dab it. That will kind of fill in those lines. So we can do that. I'm going to place it down. And we're just going to kind of pounce. Just ever so lightly. Kind of get out those lines. I feel like I sound like Bob Vila. And we're just going to pounce the trees. Okay. Okay. There are some places where the wood groove is deeper and there might be some white that shows through. If you don't want any of that white, then make sure you go against the grain so that that paint fills in. I have a little bit of paint grooves going on, so I like it. I'm gonna keep it like it is, okay? Let's get our orange peel open. Okay, same thing. We're just gonna pick up a little bit of the chalk paste. I would say it's a little bit thicker than a paint. Okay, so you can see how this is going to turn a little more yellow on me, which is fine. You could always do a second coat, which we might do. Let's just get our first coat down, and we'll go from there. A lot of crafters will have that. Have you ever seen the brayer that has like the wood grain in it and you kind of rock it on wet paint and it gives you that wood grain look? This is what that kind of reminds me. Let's see if we can pounce it and make it a little bit darker. You don't want to put it on too heavy because then it'll take a while to dry. And then you'll have some texture there. So you can see though, when I pounce it, it does kind of keep it a little more solid orange. Once it dries, if I want to do a second coat, I can do that. But I think this is going to be a good layer here. Of course, you could get a regular brush and paint it on. You can use spray paints. You can do whatever you want to color your wood. Okay, I think we're going to leave it like that. All right, you can see this is starting to dry kind of around the edges there. We're going to help it along with our quick dry tool. So we're just going to kind of hit it with our It's kind of a warmish, a lukewarm, tepid, warm air. It's not too terribly hot, and that's because back in the day when we first started, we were just using our regular crafting air guns here, air tools, which were really, really hot. They were called like embossing guns, and it would melt the transfers. I can't tell you how many classes I had that somebody would blow it right at my transfer and it would just roll up in a little ball of goo. So luckily they came out with this tool, and I can hold it up to my hand. Yes, it kind of gets, only an inch away. Yes, it gets warm. But this wood, the block of wood, is still cool to the touch. It's just, I don't know how they do it, but it just dries it and it keeps it nice and cool, because you don't want to put a nice transfer onto a warm piece of wood or chalkboard or anything like that, because then that's really going to make the adhesive on here stick like crazy. All right, so this guy's dry. Let's see how our orange dries here. Getting there. Like I said, because it's kind of a little bit of a thicker layer, it is taking a little bit longer. What's kind of nice about this is there is a little bit of that watered down orange, kind of makes it look yellowish. It's kind of peeking through, so I kind of like that. You could always sand it down if you want to distress it. So you could sand it and then try to put another layer on, but this is what that light just makes it look yellow. Hello, Margaret. How are you tonight? We're doing some spooky stuff here. All right, that'll go on that one. Let's go back to our black block and do our pumpkin. So normally, I can just rub my finger along the edge and pick it up, okay? It is an adhesive backed transfer. And right here, wherever it's white, is silkscreen mesh, right? So you can't poke your fingers through this. There is a layer, it's like a fabric layer of mesh. Very, very, very fine mesh. Okay, before I do that, I've told others about how I like to use our wax. And I'm gonna get my applicator. That one is stained though. So I have this little handy dandy applicator. That is stained though. So we do have like a flat applicator. It's the same material as our fuzzing cloth. This is the microfiber side. This is the microfiber. This is kind of like a terry cloth side, right? You would take it, put it in your wax, kind of get some wax on there, and then you rub it on your project. However, my hands have been killing me. I have arthritis. So I found this fancy little tool. This is kind of like something a card maker would use to kind of like, it's a dauber, and you can go around the edges and do other stuff with it. But I take our wax and I just kind of swirl it in there, pick up some wax. Okay. And then I'm going to come over to my block and I'm going to apply it to my block. Squeaky. Get a little bit more. Right there. You want to make sure you get a nice layer of wax on there. Okay, and what's going to happen is that's going to protect my black chalk that we painted on there. Then I'm going to take a paper towel, or I can take the applicator, and I'm going to buff it in. Just kind of rub it Okay, then you're going to see that you're going to get a very nice buffed piece of wood here. Hi, Cynthia. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? We had like 75 or something like that today. It was the weather has been absolutely gorgeous. But you watch. It goes from gorgeous, gorgeous to boom, it's raining, it's freezing, I do not like rainy falls, and I don't like cold because I can't ever seem to warm up. But today was also beautiful here in Ohio. All right, we're gonna put our little pumpkin guy. So our transfers are somewhat translucent, right? So you can kind of get an idea of where you're placing it. You can see if you have a little border, I'm going to move it over just a teeny bit more. I think that's good. Perfect. Okay, we are going to make our pumpkin orange, and I'm going to make his stem. We're going to go with a vanilla. I was going to make it brown, but I think the brown won't show up very nicely on our black. So let's start with that. I have a teeny tiny little squeegee that I have cut down so that I can get in there, and all you do is you just kind of cover up that little stem there. Okay. And then you want to take away whatever excess is left behind, okay? So you want a nice, thin, even layer left behind. Okay, put that there. Grab another squeegee for this is our squeegee. We're going to pick up some orange, and I'm just going to kind of cruise around him here. Careful not to hit that vanilla where we just did the stem. If you get it on there a little bit, it's okay. No one will know. Okay, and I just kind of, when you flatten your squeegee, you're kind of just smoothing it on, right? You're kind of applying it. But then when you hold it perpendicular to your project or at a 90-degree angle, you can take off whatever excess is left behind and kind of pull it along as well. So if you missed a spot, you can kind of pull it, okay? Let me make sure that that's orange. I think I got it on there a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, because then I think I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of espresso. We're gonna try a little bit. We're going to kind of blend that orange and brown and see what we get here. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to take it off with just this here. Kind of swirl it in, make it look like an old stem there. Okay. All right. Then you want to take it off. You don't want this to sit here and dry, okay? You need to get it off before it dries, because when that paste dries, and I am having a heck of a time getting that corner up. When the paste dries, it tends to stick in the silk screen. I don't know why I can't get this up. There we go. And then you pull away. Oh my gosh, look how cute he looks. Amazing. Hello, GCS69156. How are you? Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh, how cute. All right, we can go ahead and give him a quick dry. Doesn't take long. They dry within minutes, okay? There's our little pumpkin man. How cute is he? All right, now, I don't think we'll need vanilla anymore. Well, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Put him there. Let's bring over our orange black. Okay, same thing, guys. We have to wax it so that we can protect that orange. And the reason this is squeaky is because this is at the very end. And the wax will tend to crumble on me. And I think it's because I keep it open. I really don't shut it like I think you should. Okay. So there's that. Let's get the lid on there. All right. And we're going to take our paper towel, find a clean spot, and then we're going to buff that in. So the purpose of wax is to protect your layer of chalk below it, okay? So that if I want to, let's say I want to put another color, let's say we did the pumpkin in one color, and then I thought, oh, I want to do half of it in a different color, and I didn't do it at the first time. I could protect the pumpkin and do it again on top, okay? It also helps your transfer not stick to it, so that you don't have to fuzz. Now, if you're using glass or chalkboards or mirrors, anything kind of like slippery and shiny and flat like that, then you want to fuzz it, meaning you want to take a little bit of that tackiness away. And you could do that on a t-shirt. You could do it on our fuzzing cloth. You could do it on a kitchen towel. You just want to dull that adhesive. It's like a lint roller, right? You want to dull it. But like I said, because I waxed, we should not have a problem with it sticking. So we're just going to go ahead and put our kitty cat down here. Okay. Want to make sure it's nice and flat, that you don't have any air bubbles. If you feel like you have some, you can kind of pull it up, reapply. When there's transfers like this one where there's a lot of mesh, you really want to make sure it's nice and flat, okay? And then we're going to do a black kitty. So I'm going to get my black. And then I thought I would keep the vanilla out because maybe we'll give them a cute little spot or two. Or we'll blend it in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of apply the black. Let's give him like a white tip on his tail and on his toes. How about that? So I can stop where I put it. Okay. Apply it. Let's get off our excess. Okay, put that back. That there. This had a little bit of the espresso on there, so let's get that off. And then we're going to kind of just dip in our vanilla, just a little bit. And we're going to kind of get the tip of his tail and his little toesies. You can kind of blend it in with the black. That'll give it a good effect. Okay. Is that good? Should we give him any more white? Maybe his ears. How about we do his ears? Blend it in a little bit there. All right, we're going to see how that turned out. Okay, let's just put this to the side here. We're going to wipe this off. Everything's water soluble, so it just cleans up with either like a baby wipe or not. I don't recommend baby wipes. Antibacterial wipes or water. That's all you need for anything when you're cleaning. You do not need any harsh chemicals or anything. All right, let's get this up. So cute. Oh, look at his tail and his little toesies. How cute. So cute. All right. There's one spot here, so I'm going to kind of blend that in. Get a little bit of that white off. I liked it just on his toes and a little bit on his tail here. There we go. How cute. So cute. Now, if I wanted to add more white, like give them more white features, like the tip of his ears, I would probably go ahead and wax that and then apply the chalk paste. You can put the transfer back down and chalk over it. All right, so here's our kitty cat. You can see the white on his little foot and his tail. How cute. And then you guys, that's it. You can put it on your little tiered trays. You can put it on a little shelf. Just to have a little something somewhere. Now that orange isn't all that strong because it is on the black. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make it a little bit more orange. And I'll show you how we re-wax and apply the transfer again. Okay. I'm just going to use my paper towel and pick up some wax. And then go over the pumpkin. I'm just kind of rubbing it over the pumpkin because you want to protect the pumpkin. Okay, we're protecting the pumpkin. All right, let's bring that transfer back over. Hopefully I didn't get it too dirty. Okay, because I got a pretty good amount of the excess off, I'm not going to worry about painting it. However, I got a little black on there, so. Or I'm not gonna worry about washing it real quick here. I'm gonna get one little part that seems to be black from the transfer that sat on top here. Okay. All right. Then you can realign it. It's fairly easy to do. Rub it down. I'm just going to do the pumpkin part because we just want to make him more orange. So let's pick that up. Put some more orange down. I think the second coat should do the trick. All right. Nice and smooth. Get that excess off. Also, you want to make sure you're staying on that teal colored material. That's the just silkscreen transfer material. There we go. That's better. Much better. Much, much better. And then we'll give it a dry. If your transfer is bigger than your surface, like if I would have overlaid it more, I wouldn't worry about it. But when it's smaller than your surface, then you really want to make sure you stay on that material. And he looks awesome. All right, there's just one little spot here. Okay, there you have it. Here are my cute little Halloween blocks. Cat, it looks much more orange in person, and you'll see when I take pictures. But there they are. Simple, simple, simple. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's demo. And happy haunting to all of you.